Okay, the council acknowledges the Wadawurrung, the traditional owners of this land, and I pay my respects to all elders past and present, to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people who are part of the greater Geelong community today. Committee members are advised that this virtual meeting is being recorded and will be published on the council's website. If any committee member loses connectivity with this meeting, they'll be marked as absent for the time they're away. If a quorum cannot be maintained during the meeting due to members losing connectivity, or a period of 10 minutes to re-establish a quorum. If a quorum cannot be achieved, we'll abandon and postpone until next Tuesday. Voting is by show of hands. I can confirm that we have a quorum. So, good morning, everybody. Very special meeting, this one. So, acknowledge everyone's presence. Are there any apologies, Nikki? I think you did say before. But
yeah, just Hugo.
Officially? Hugo? Okay. Are there any declarations of conflict of interest in relation to today's agenda from anybody? If it does arise, just let me know. Virginia, you've got your hand up for any particular reason? No?
No, sorry, I didn't know I had my hand up. Is it still up?
No, yes, it is.
Oh.
Anyway, that's fine. We'll continue. Can I have a please a mover and a seconder to confirm the minutes of the Central Geelong Marketing Committee meeting held on the 18th of May? I had Bernie and Rachel. Very quick indeed. All those in favour? Against, that is carried. Thank you. Matters arising from the previous minutes?
Yeah, we just had to notify the committee members of council's decision on the 26th of May meeting, which has all been communicated now to committee members.
Thanks, Nikki. Item 4 on the agenda is the public questions.
No questions received.
And none received for this meeting. So we go straight on to item 5, the reports and agenda items and the special rate council resolution, discontinuance of the committee. Gareth and Virginia to speak. Gareth.
Thanks, Peter, and good morning, everybody. And I know I haven't met most of you online, so I'm Gareth Smith. I'm the Director of City Planning and Economy, and you may have been with us. Some changes in the organisation, so this part of the service of the city was actually brought into my directorate as well, just in the last couple of months, actually. So, and obviously, as part of that time, though, we've been working through with councillors on the actual marketing, Central Geelong Marketing Committee and the program. So, obviously, we sent out the resolution of the decision of the council there a few days after the meeting, but no doubt probably most of you tuned in online, I dare say, as well, to watch that. So, yeah, so I guess the key messages within the decision, I think, and what I do want to make sure I acknowledge, and it is in the resolution as well, is they do acknowledge the great work of the committee and the staff, and it was well discussed items as well. So all the information and all the discussions, or certainly that I've heard and seen over the last few months, has been around. It is a good program. It's had significant results over 20 years. It really respects the voluntary work of the committee and that work of the staff as well, and that program. Ultimately, you know, it really came down to the end whether they wanted to seek the businesses continue to contribute the special rate. And I think it really come down through all the feedback, through the processes around, it's the funding model, it's not the program. And I think a part of that's recognised where council certainly still contributes 700,000 to the next year's budget to continue the program in some form, whilst they try to work out other ways they can deliver these services. Part of the resolution is to do actually a review. I know some of the questions we've got where clearly there's been the reports done in the past. It fundamentally shows the significant value add it provides and the leveraging it gets of the funding. But really what the review will look at more as a council, we have various services around tourism and economic development and the Central Geelong Marketing Program. And some of this review will look at what are the different avenues and the other things, the synergies within the organisation that actually work in sometimes in similar spaces or the likes as well. So it'll be certainly a different review that's done near the end of the term on these ones, so that we'll be looking at as well. But I guess in summarising again, I just want to continue to highlight the council very strong on the committee's work and certainly the staff's work, but it comes down to whether they wanted the businesses to continue to fund a special rate. And it very much was the key message, I think. And I don't know whether Verge wants to add anything to that, but Peter, obviously, if you wanted to speak to it as well, but I guess that's the key message. So we don't want to take anyone thinking it's been underestimated the value of the work. I think it's very much the funding model that's challenged the councillors and seeking additional money from those ratepayers, where some of those are obviously feeling that should be funded anyway through the rates they're already paying.
Nothing to add, Gareth, except just to reiterate, yes, that the value of the committee was highly recognised, and particularly the staff, and it was really always about the funding model.
Yeah. And obviously, I should say too, no doubt, it's been an extremely challenging period and continues to be, particularly staff involved as well. So we're working through with them on that. So we'll try to keep that part out of the discussions here. I think that's very much private matters, but yeah, clearly we're working closely with the staff on that as well. So. Peter, is there anything you wanted to add?
No, look, I think you've summarised it well. For those who may not have tuned in, it was on the council meeting when it was voted on. It went 5-5 all. Mm. So 5 one way, 5 the other, and the mayor had a casting vote, and she went with the discontinuance of the special rate. So it was acknowledged when people spoke about the good work. I mean, from a personal point of view, I think it is very disappointing. I, of course, was a supporter of the special rate, and no one can convince me otherwise that it wasn't a great program and we should have continued with it. That's just a personal point of view, but I acknowledge the result of that night. And again, too, I'll do it here. The team, you know, Jody, Julie, Emma, Nikki, the work that the team does, I think they go above and beyond, and certainly that well above, well, comparative other teams. I think within council, I think we've got an exceptional team here. So that's the staff disappointed is the greatest result for me. I think it's just disappointing for them, but the decision's been made, unfortunately, and we carry on. So,
Peter, if I could, sorry, jump into that sort of that comment about that carry on aspect is certainly one of the things we are now actively with the council, as I said, has allocated 700,000 for next year. So what we are sort of focusing on as well is the design of that program. So over the last month, we've been looking at the different options there, reviewing the good work of the past that's been done, and which are the key aspects of that that are really important to continue, and which aspects sort of might need a refresh or otherwise as well. So we're keen not to drop the ball. There's a lot of businesses reliant on the program to continue to push people to come into the central Geelong. So we want to actively continue a program when we come into July 1 and run as fast as we can with some of that work as well. But clearly it's going to be modified with a reduced budget, but we want to make sure we take the best out of all the good work that's been happening and continue those on, or like I said, refresh where we can. So that's part of our focus as well going ahead.
Okay. Yep. Thanks, Gareth.
Can I just add something? Sorry.
Jody.
Hello. Sorry, I'm not coming onto camera. Gareth, I acknowledge everything you're saying. I know we're keeping the staff element out of this, but it does need to be acknowledged that not all staff will remain at the end of this process. So we talk about a modified program. I just want to acknowledge the team and the hurt that they're experiencing at the moment, because they don't know what the future will hold. And a modified program does mean that some of this really spectacular team will no longer have roles. And I can't listen without acknowledging that. And how proud I am of them, and that's it. But we just can't say modified program and not really talk, or at least put it out in the open of what that modified program means and what it means to them personally. That's all I wanted to say.
Thanks, Jodie.
Thank you very much, Jodie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well said, Jodie. I agree, Peter, and that it's 100% correct what Jodie said. It definitely is impacts the staff. That's for sure. With the change of the programs, no doubt about that.
And I'll take this opportunity to thank you, Jodie, for your leadership through all this time too. Through all my time as chair of this committee. Thank you very much. Okay, item number 6 is the Acting Executive Officer Month Overview. Nikki.
Yes, so that is in your meeting pack. I'll take that as read, but I just wanted to note that obviously the digital reports are also in the meeting pack separately, and the Winter Kids Fund program was released on the 9th of June. It was released electronically to the email database and through our social media channels. The postal program mail out was put on hold due to the COVID restrictions and lockdown, so we're hoping to get that out as soon as possible to that database. Bookings for most of the activities opened on the 11th of June as well, and are booking really well with a few of our activities already sold out. And I just wanted to acknowledge the great work of, in particular, Imogen Hare, our casual staff, who pulled together a big chunk of this program. But it was a massive team effort with everybody jumping in all different aspects to get this pulled together, especially during what we've been going through. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there. But if there's any questions, just let me know.
Thanks, Nikki. Has anyone got any questions? No? Okay. The snapshot May Magic, Nikki?
Yes, so that one is also in your meeting pack. I won't go through it as well, as I'll take that as read, but just obviously lockdown impacted the last week or so of the promotion. We were lucky we had the app entry element so people could still enter online, although they probably weren't shopping during that time anyway. And the prize draw was also moved to a Zoom call. You can watch that recording on our website if you're interested. And thanks to those committee members who were able to attend that for us. And again, just a massive acknowledgement to Emma Jennings in particular and her hard work pulling that promotion together and running with it for a month while all this was unfolding. And again, the rest of the team for providing the support to her for that. So yeah, if there's any questions about that one, let me know.
Thanks, Nikki, and I too want to congratulate Emma. It was one of those weird, the drawing of that May Magic was online and we had to have the spinning wheel and it was a bit weird, but it was exciting. So I think... I'm
just glad I didn't win as proxy. It would have been a bit awkward.
It was, yeah, just to see it unfold in front of you. It was actually really well done, Emma. Thank you. Virginia, you had your hand up.
No, I've been trying to figure out how to put it down. It normally has a little icon on the bottom, raise hand. It's for some reason mine's missing this morning and I can't put my hand down. But if I need to speak, I'll just wave.
Righto.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Anyone else? We're all a bit quiet this morning, aren't we? All right, we'll continue on then. The item 8 is the finance summary. Nikki?
Yep, so your finance summary for May is in the meeting pack. If you've got any questions, please direct them to the chair or myself.
Yep. No, doesn't look like it. Unallocated budget. Gareth.
Yeah, thank you, Peter. Yeah, look, with the program coming to an end, we will actually do that sort of the review of the 5 years of the funding come July at the end of the expenditure, just to check on if there's any unspent funds, because obviously with it, only the program being funded to the 30th of June, if by chance there is any remaining money, our intention is that we would then refund that proportionally out to those that have paid the special rate. Because we certainly don't think we'd be able to carry it forward to cancel, although they're going to continue funding a program. We certainly, obviously, the appropriate thing is to return that to the investors that actually put it in, that paid the special rate. So that'll take us through to July, or possibly even through to August once we actually do that final audit. Sure, but it's very much just to make sure we're allocating it appropriately back to them if there happen to be any unspent money. So that's very much. Virg, is there anything else to add to that from your end?
No, Gareth, that's all. And it would be refunded, worked out over the, you know, the people that have paid the rate for the last 12 months.
Do we know how much that is, Gareth, all that?
No,
we won't know at the end of the month. Obviously, there's still expenses that occurred throughout June. So that's obviously, we really won't know it until the end. So on where it's at. Finance need to do a quick review of where it's at, but it's a bit hard to predict the month end spend. So yeah. Yeah,
we've just got a review booked in for end of July after we've caught up from all the expenses that will come in at the end by the end of June. So.
And we actually have had an inquiry in regarding that from actually one of the special rate payers, actually, just checking what actually does happen at the end of the process. And that's what we confirmed to them in writing as well. So.
Yeah. All right. No other questions on that? Well, section C is the confidential matters, and I don't believe we have anything there, Nikki. No. Section D is the general business, and we'll continue what we've done every other meeting. We'll go around the table. And for me, that's starting with you, Greg. You better just unmute yourself, Greg.
Where do I start? Very disappointing. I was just mortified when I read through the minutes for the May meeting. I guess like everybody else, I just have no idea how council's moving forward from here. And you know, to say you're going to carry the program on, or who's going to carry it on, I can't see in any way, shape, or form that anybody on the current council, without including the current staff that are running this program, can possibly deliver anything even coming close to what this committee has delivered over the last 5 years. So I just think it was very short-sighted. I'm a small business owner. I've got one business here, which is accommodation, which is just about crashed and burnt. We live in the city. We see the lack of people coming into the city, and all this because businesses didn't want to pay the cost of 3 cups of coffee a week. I'm just mortified, and now it's going back onto council supporting it. So what's happening now, in my way I see it, is that we've gone from the businesses that actually are in Geelong paying for the program to now the $700,000. Well, council's got to get that back from somewhere. So that's going to have to come from the ratepayers for the whole of Geelong. It just makes absolutely no sense. Anyway, it's been done, but I've been stewing over this ever since the May meeting, so I had to get it out there. Just congratulations again to the girls. I really feel for you. Jarrett, haven't seen your face on these meetings for some time. I hope you're okay. And yeah, just everybody, thanks everybody else for your support. Peter, yeah, it's been a pleasure working with you at the helm. You've been fantastic. Thanks everybody, and just love to know, I would love to know what's going to happen moving forward. Thanks guys.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks. Rachel.
Hi. I just wanted to say thank you to the Central Geelong team. I'm going to cry because as soon as Jodie started, I started, so apologies. In the 6 years I've had the pleasure to be on the committee, it's been the team's passion and integrity and ingenuity that has got me excited to be up and at them at 7:30 in the morning, including my entire maternity leave coming in and having a grown-up break. Reflecting on how far our town has come in this time, we've had there were multiple Geelong revitalisation committees and videos of horses in the streets, but it's the committee's work, I think, that has made one of the biggest impacts on the town. The committee's vision is to make Central Geelong a vibrant place of choice. And when we look around now, the city centre has morphed into what's truly vibrant, and I think far exceeds the food and culture expectations for any kind of sleepy town. When people rattle off a list of what they like about living or working in Geelong, the volume of organised events that have the Love Central Geelong branding on it is something that this committee and the team and the businesses who paid the rates should be really proud of. For me personally, the opportunity to be part of this committee and meet like-minded businesses and see firsthand how the impact that you guys have made, it's been wonderful. So thank you to everyone and well done.
Thanks, Rachel. Thank you. Bernie.
Look, I like to back up what Greg and Rachel's said. Very disappointed in the outcome. I think the girls have done a fantastic job, and hats off. I think the ability to deliver programs time and time again is very, very important to businesses in the CBD. We're going through a refurb at the moment. Investing in the CBD, and to not have that go forward is just really, really disappointing. So Jody and the crew, fantastic result. Jody, I hope you're well. All the best for everyone. Cheers.
Thanks, Bernie. Steph Davey.
Again, you'll probably hear a lot of the same thing this morning. The team, you guys have just done an incredible job. Congratulations. I'm sure this won't be the end of you guys. You'll far exceed anyone's expectations moving forward. And again, take care of yourselves. Reach out if you need anything. Well done.
Thanks, Steph Reynolds.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate, I guess, what everybody else has said as well, that Jody, Nikki, Emma, Julie have done a fantastic job. I know that every business is really going to see the impact when you're all gone and it's not here anymore. So all the best to everyone as well.
Thanks, Steph. Amber.
Yeah, I'd just really like to echo everyone's sentiments. I know, like, we've had the pleasure of working with Geelong Central Marketing with Platform Arts and when we were Courthouse Arts. You guys have been a really awesome support, and yeah, it's getting really strange, I guess, not seeing all the wonderful work that you do, and a huge thanks to everything you've done, and wishing you all the best for the future.
Thanks, Amber. Felicity.
I just want to echo everyone's sentiments as well. Really enjoyed being on the committee the last couple of years, and the support that all the team, Jody, Nikki, Emma, Julie and Belinda, will miss. Our catch-ups and all of our businesses will definitely miss the support that you've given them, and just want to wish you all the best.
Thanks, Felicity. Heidi.
Yeah, just really thinking of the team right now. It's an awful procedure to go through. So I hope you're looking after yourselves. I hope you've got support around you, and that your hard work and dedication to this city has been amazing. So all the very best.
Thanks, Heidi. Lucy?
Yeah, I just want to obviously echo what everyone else has said. It's incredibly saddening for the team. I think especially since last year, I think the team worked harder and they kind of delivered their programs, and then they were kind of smashed, a couple of weeks out, half the time. So to see them go through such hard work and for them to go through this, I'm just incredibly saddened. So good luck to everybody, and I hope you keep well.
Thanks, Lucy. Narelle.
Yeah, as a fellow staff member of the City of Greater Geelong, it's not lost on me the impact that this will have on staff. It's been a privilege and an honour to sit on the Central Geelong Marketing Committee over the last 2 years. I took over from Brett when he left our organisation. It's been fabulous to be a part of it. I think what I've noticed over the last couple of years and being a part of it is the amount of work that you guys put in and the dedication that you have. It really opened my eyes to what you've been able to achieve and what you've done. I think that, you know, people see these programs, but they don't see the amount of work that goes on behind them. So I've said that to people that I've been around. And then when I say that I'm on this committee, that, you know, I just say the amount of work that you guys put in and the hard work that you do is really to be acknowledged and to be applauded. So I don't know what the future holds, but all I can say is what you guys have done and what you've achieved has been outstanding, and I congratulate you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Narelle. Is there anyone else?
I wouldn't mind. Oh, sorry, Virtue.
Oh, sorry.
No, Virtue, go.
Sorry, I really have got my hand up this time. Look, I just wanted to add that I took over the management of this process for the special rate in around about February, and it's been an absolute privilege working with this team. They are the most dedicated, hardworking, intelligent group of people that I've ever had the pleasure to work with. And that's got to be credited to Jodie. She's built this team up over a 20-year period, and she has done an exceptional job, notwithstanding, of course, the talent of every member of this team and their dedication and hard work. But as a team, they absolutely have each other's back, and it's really been a pleasure working with them. Look, I know it's a very disappointing outcome, but the committee did have a role to play in this process. And council ultimately made the decision not to continue with this current financial model. But I'd just like to say to the committee today that I'm sure every member of the team would appreciate you reaching out to them privately.
Thanks, Virginia.
Peter, I just, if it's okay, I just wanted to add a big thank you to all the committee members. You're all thanking us, which is so lovely. But thank you guys for volunteering your time to be on this committee and to support us and meet with us once a month to give us advice and support on the programs we're running and to help guide us with what we do. And it's no small feat to take that time out of your busy lives to dedicate your time to this committee as well. So a massive thank you to all of you for volunteering your time and being here to support us throughout the past 5 years, 20 years, however long you've been on the committee for. So thank you.
Thanks, Nikki. So I think we're coming to an end here now. For those committee members, there's something you might be interested in is joining the Central Geelong Business Reference Group that's been advertised on the council's City News. So if you're interested to continue some work in this area, you can have a look at that, the business group. So I think it's left for me to finish up, unless anyone else from Gareth. Sorry.
Yeah, no, actually, so yeah, under the general business, actually, I did want to just highlight the same thing. So that reference group is being advertised at the moment and promoted. So under terms and conditions endorsed by the council, so certainly encourage all members to have a look at that, but appreciate those if they don't wish to. But also I could say it is we really do as a council and as a city want to respect and always thank the huge volunteer base that we have that supports us to keep, sort of service the city. And this is one of those groups. Now, it's certainly an unusual ending, that's for sure, concluding of the committee. But, I was hopeful, and obviously in the COVID, we've had the lockdown and doing this online. So it's not certainly the personal approach we'd like to take. But we're certainly very keen if the committee was interested next month, we would love to get the group together, COVID restrictions allowing, to sort of have a bit of a morning tea or something like that, just where we can come together and thank you face to face. And no doubt those staff that wish to participate as well, I think would be a great opportunity. So please let us know, or Peter know if you're interested in that. We'd love to organise that, because we certainly want to respect the great voluntary work you've done and the significant contribution you've made to Central Geelong, over the last 5 years and beyond. So yeah, love to hear an indication of your support to do that over in a month or so, if that's okay.
Thanks, Gareth. Okay, well, we're quickly coming to an end. It's our quickest meeting we've had, I think, of all time. Look, I think I said a few words earlier, and everyone has echoed the sentiments that I spoke about. Jody, I hope you're still listening. Thanks for your friendship and your guidance and your passion for this committee that's you've shown over the years, and that has gone through to obviously your team. You know, Nikki, Emma, Julie, that I have had something to do with. So I thank them for their passion for this committee and the work that's been done and the programs that have been delivered over the years. They're still very, very good. So I sincerely thank everyone else on the committee for their time. This is sad. I was a bit nervous about this, but I didn't anticipate how nervous I'd be with this. So I thank all the committee members. Wish you all the best. As I say, there might be, you know, that reference group to have a look at, but I'm sure I'll see you around. Have a good day. And to the team, hang in there. So thank you, everyone. That is the final meeting of the Central Geelong Marketing Committee. Wish you all the best. Thanks very much, everyone.
Thanks, guys.